Hello again, and welcome to another OOAK Art with LindaE tutorial. In this section, I'm going to show you how I'm going to turn this stuff into this. There we go. This is what we're making today. Pretty neat, I think. Okay, so let's get to it. To start, you're going to want to prepare your cigar box for paint. That usually means removing all of the stickers and sanding it down, taking off any embossing logos. But in this case, the logos were on the lid and the sides. I will be decoupaging over the sides, so only the stickers have to be removed. I'm going to give the box 2 coats of dark purple paint, painting the exterior completely, and then letting it dry in between. I'm going to line the box with a couple of pages from these scrapbooking books. Lay the paper down, put the box on top, and trace around it. Cut that out, remove about 1/4 inch from 2 sides, and then trim as needed until it fits snugly inside the box. I cover the interior sides and back only. You need all of the room you can get to fit the head, so don't do the top or bottom. I'm using Elmer's glue to attach the paper. Make sure to cover all of the paper, but only with a thin amount so it does not bubble the paper. Now touch up the box with paint anywhere that you see flaws, but especially on the white edge of the paper so it disappears into the bottom of the inside of the box. Next, clean your porcelain head with rubbing alcohol to remove any oils that may have gotten on it so that the paint will stick. Using a makeup sponge, I apply the white face makeup base to the head. You can see here that I must have missed an oily spot and I had to start over. It was an easy fix and the second coat went smoothly. Make sure to remove the paint from the acrylic eyes before it dries. Sorry about drifting here. Luckily, this is video 3, not video 1, so we have already painted this face twice already. First the eye cavity, then the nose, and then the mouth. I want to keep this face makeup on the simple side, since it is on a child's face. So I'm not doing the extra web details. But that is up to you, as always, how much detail you want to add. Now to add the cheek, jaw, and temple details. And on to the decoupage. I cut the skulls out of these napkins and I trim them down to fit the sides of the box. I usually use Mod Podge, but I am out of it right now, so I will be using Elmer's glue. I'm mixing about 1/2 cup of water and about 2 tablespoons of glue. I put a small amount of glue on the box to hold the skull in place, and then I carefully cover the rest by brushing it over the tissue. It's thin, so it soaks right through. And then I repeat for the opposite side, being careful not to mess up the first, still wet side. Now that it's ready, I'm going to move to the inside. I bought these little people cutouts at Michael's a while back, and I finally have a use for them. but they have to have a mini sugar skull makeup makeover. These two get glued to the background. Next comes the baby brother. A simple cut on one side of this plastic skull. Insert the paper cutout, and you have an instant chair. So the head needs some hair, but there's no sense in wasting a wig, and it makes the head too tall to fit in the box. So I'm braiding some long, straight synthetic hair, and I'll be wrapping it around the head to make it look like it has a wig. I'll be using fabric tack to attach it. Off camera, while this dried, I gave the box a second coat of glue and let that dry also. I'm using my heat gun real fast just to make sure that the glue is dry and the tissue will be okay to handle. Time to pick the flowers. Remember to keep checking the head to make sure it still fits as you apply the flowers. I added a little crown to her forehead using 2 skeleton arms and a crystal, as it's time to start assembling the inside. Now to glue the skull and head into the box. Oops, I forgot to do the sugar skull face up on the little brother and his chair. I'm dry fitting the flowers beneath the head. I add a large puddle of glue near the back of where the neck of the head will sit. I slide the head into it while it's still hot so it mounds up around the back of the neck. Then I put glue all the way around the rest of the neck. Don't be chintzy with the hot glue. This is what holds that head in place. I used 2 whole sticks just for this one thing. Time to glue the flowers around the neck. Then I add crystals and a small mirror to the inside back to bring some light back there and a little sparkle. I add some crystal eyes to little brother's skull chair and some trim to finish the raw box edges once I decided which trim that is. And that's it. That's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I hope that you have fun, and I hope that you think of me and come back and comment on the video after you make one of your own. Come find me on Facebook. I would love to see your project. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.